welcome back, Summoners, to the GPL Spring Split 2015. It's Flavors and Wolf here with, yes, you got it right, the final, last match of the day.
Yes, it is our last game of the day. It's going to be up against Zotac 269 as well as, I was about to say the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, but it's no, Bizzaro KTHXBAI. My brain has yet to recover from that shell-shocking 55-minute match here.
Do forgive him. Still in recovery.
I can't English. I cannot English right now.
The struggle is pretty real though, guys, because if you're just joining us for the first set of the day between Kuala Lumpur Hunters and Insidious Gaming Legends, it was 43 minutes, 44 minutes. Then the game we just cast was, yes, about 56 minutes.
Going by that trend,
it's growing. It's
going by that trend, it is a growing trend.
I'm worried.
I am.
I'm worried for not only us but the teams really, because I think now that we have a little bit of time before we jump into the second game, definitely I think the trend for today has been not closing out games.
It has, and it doesn't show. It really shows how Group D is gonna pan out, because usually when you have a team that understands the game, that understands how to play, there we go, KTHXBAI here, with, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 members on their roster.
Wow.
That's a big team.
Okay.
We're not going to see Zotac 269 apparently. Okay, but like I said,
yes.
Within the group, if you have a team that understands how to play the game, I'm not saying that these teams don't, but obviously they have some problems that they need to work on, some difficulties. You should see at least a game that's able to be closed out succinctly, swiftly, and decisively.
Yeah.
However, from the series that we have seen today, it doesn't seem like, you know, the teams KTHXBAI, 269 Zotac, IG Legends, or Kuala Lumpur Hunters really understand how to close games out.
Yeah.
And now we see the target bans coming in.
I fully agree with you, and indeed the target bans coming in, Tristana and Poppy really were the two carries that just gave KTHXBAI such a headache in every team fight. As long as Celebrity wasn't jumping in, his Tristana was wrecking face throughout every team fight. Poppy as well, once Crom got it through his mind.
Whoa, triple target ban.
Just wiping out pretty much 60% of the team that was just used by 269 previously. Whereas 269 going for what you might say are just kind of strong bans across the board. Pantheon, Nar, Maokai. Don't want to deal with any of those.
I prefer this pick and ban phase coming up from KTHXBAI, because cast your mind back to game number 1 in Champion Select. I don't know if you can remember. They banned out the Maokai. Yeah. They banned out the Maokai, they banned out the Warwick. And I don't quite agree with the Warwick ban in particular, because we talk about the nerf bats. Warwick received a multitude of nerfs, not only on the champion, but on the items that he's dependent on. Yeah. Hunter's Call going down from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. We have Infinite Duress at level 1, nearly losing half of its total damage output.
That's right.
And Devourers getting cut down from 40 to 25. So, hey.
Big nerf.
Warwick. It was great to see you again, and I salute you. I don't know if I'll ever see that champion portrait ever again.
Unless they do a visual update. Then everyone just wants to be like, okay, no, never mind. Looks like it will be the Lissandra. I was wondering if it would be the Galio, because Galio, of course, in the 4.21 did have his ultimate buffed in the sense that Tenacity doesn't affect
It's a small buff, yeah. Tenacity does not affect the Idol of Duran here. Zotac 269 going in with really quick lock-ins in the form of the Janna and the Javan. It seems like they have a game plan coming for game number 2.
I sure hope so.
Hopefully they are able to kind of make some changes and be a little bit more decisive in their decisions here. KTHXBAI, of course, hovering over the Lee Sin and Yasuo. We've got a Yasuo rocket launcher composition coming along here for the side of KTHXBAI with a bit of Blitzcrank. Thresh is not banned out. I repeat, Thresh is not banned out. You have a much better choice, or at least supposedly much more well-rounded choice in the form of Thresh.
Yep, I mean, that was, after all, a 56-minute game. If they are really looking for those high-risk, high-reward plays, Blitz would be the pick, but it looks like they are going to default to a bit more safety, a bit more standard play with the pickup of
The Thresh and the Lee Sin as well.
Lee Sin. So already looking to be quite the mobile team. On the side of 269 as well. Janna and Jarvan. The Jays not all too immobile themselves, but with the very quick lock-ins, I do hope that 269, as you said, has a game plan, but more importantly, execute a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw them, when they do get the collapses as a team, they actually look really fearsome. I mean, we're talking about, of course, late game scenarios where everybody has their items. But even previously, you know, somewhere in the mid-game where they tried to have a collapse, if they had collapsed like that, I think that really would have sent a message to KTHXBAI, as well as all the other teams in the GPL looking at this, you know, new kid on the block, saying that, hey, these guys are willing to punish mistakes. But as it was kind of just a comedy of errors that dragged on to about 56 minutes.
Comedy of errors is one of the aptest description. Oh my goodness, I cannot still English. It's a very apt description of that game.
There you go. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll get through this after all.
We will get through this, and I've noticed a little bit of a trend here for Chrom and Celebrity, especially the Jinx Hover. They are really considering whether they want to pick up the Jinx. Celebrity is extremely comfortable on those late game champions that can kind of have that, you know, longer range, has that protection. You're gonna opt for the safer pick of Corki, of course, but Chrom really defaulting to, you know, Nars, Poppies, as well as the Irelia here for Zotac 269.
Yeah, and I do want to say that something else that has been kind of running through my own mind with my own experience in high level solo queue ranked is the fact that with a lot of the nerfs hitting not only, you know, Lucian and Corki a little bit in 4.21, I do expect, especially with the changes to the dragon where the tower damage is now on the second dragon, that champions such as Jinx and Caitlyn, if you remember KLHJong picking that up, will become more popular, I think, because a strategy that opens up vastly is just get the long range AD carry to the tower with the tier 2 dragon bonus, and you suddenly have a very, very quick push strategy on your hands.
And there we go. We talk about quick pushes as well as siege potential. KTHXBAI here have great disengage and a good siege in between the Jinx as well as the Jace.
Alright, looks to be potentially a little more explosive this time around. It's going to be all kinds of long range damage coming out on this side of the Jinx as well as the Jace, double J.
Yep.
And Zotac might be considering with their last pick of Syndra to just say, alright.
Okay, Syndra deals well both against the Lissandra as well as the Jace pick, so I think that will be a good option for Zotac to go for. And Irelia as well just does decently well against most of the top lane champions, be it Jace or Lissandra.
Alright, we'll really have to see how Mags plays out this lane. Of course, if Irelia ever jumps to you or jumps next to a minion and starts damaging you without actually activating her Blade Surge onto you, and Mags panics, uses his W without waiting for that to be activated, Chrom will easily take over that lane.
Yep.
We've seen from the way he plays Poppy that this is something that he likes to do, play a more carry style. So, want to see how Mags deals with that. You know, and 269, they should be looking at this composition on the side of KTHXBAI and saying that Jace will hit a very, you know, a mid-game derf when he's still charging up his tier. Pyro will need time to get going on Jinx. And they have the ability to force fights with Syndra, Irelia, and Jarvan. I want to see that happen from 269 because, like I said, there was these brief moments of brilliance from them where they tried to collapse. This seems to be a team where they're not afraid to try. It's just that what stood out more in that game, I think, was the fact that when you try, obviously it's going to be put under a magnifying glass. It didn't look good.
It did not look good at all. I mean,
but at least they tried.
I like the draft phase coming in from both Zotac 269 and KTHXBAI better in the second game here of this series. Of course, what I didn't like about game number 1 was the execution. So hopefully, you know, they've warmed up. I mean, if you took 55 minutes to warm up, hey guys, just show us some clean executions in this game.
I mean, people are like, League of Legends isn't a sport. What's all this esports nonsense? Hey, 55-minute warm-up.
I'm pretty sure
most of you athletes are done with your game.
It was CBS that did a feature on League of on esports actually. So
yeah, this is just me poking some fun, guys. Don't be like, don't go write a journal article on it. But please, you know, it's been a long game for these guys, and more importantly, we will have to see how exactly do they do with it mentally, right?
Because
we talk about
fortitude, long game,
getting
series,
to the big league, right? Garena Premier League, pretty much the biggest the region has to offer. KTHXBAI and 269, well, they're relatively new. 269 completely new, actually. KTHXBAI themselves, yes. So, here we go. New format, guys. GPL, you're not going to get away scot-free. Or rather, I wouldn't say scot-free, but you're not going to get away with just one game victory.
Yeah, you're
going to
get punished really
you gotta
hard.
play 2. You got to play 2 games.
You have to play 2 games, and I don't know. I like this format. I think
I do too.
I really like this format. It makes it a lot easier to understand because it's like, okay, we've got 2 games. If we win 2, we get 3 points. If we lose both, you get none.
Yep.
If we win 1, lose 1, you draw, and it's just
because
really visual.
Yeah, and what it does as well is it rewards the teams that are clearly ahead in terms of skill.
Yep.
Right, because the 3 points you get from 2 clear or a 2-0 sweep is a huge difference. Obviously, 3 points compared to 0. And then if you tie, it's like, well,
okay, if you messed up,
yeah,
you messed up, maybe got cheesed a little bit.
Yeah,
in
it's like
the first game.
You obviously need to do some room for improvement, but
Yep.
as does the other team. So hey, have 1 point apiece. But I really think that the 3 points when you get a clean sweep, that really helps distinguish the stronger players in the GPL from those that are still growing their wings, fledgling as it is, looking to really learn and make their way to the top.
Yeah, we talk about how in the very first game of the night, or the first set of the night, we saw Kuala Lumpur Hunters go up against ISG Legends. That was just, I have to say, both these teams have some work that they need to, some room
Group
for
D.
improvement.
Group D, the group of work in
Development.
progress. Development, there you go.
Not the group of death, the group of development.
And that's going to be a big storyline for the GPL. Now that the day is kind of winding down, last match, we can talk about that a little bit. With the Taiwanese teams exiting the region, there's a lot of room now, really, a lot of jostling to get to the top. Vietnam, of course, 6 slots given to them, so they have a bunch of teams, a lot of new blood being brought in. And I think a lot of these guys, rightfully so, want to make a name for themselves.
They do. SF5 and of course Saigon Chokers, the veterans of the GPL, will be coming up very big here, of course. And at the same time, I mean, the new teams that have come in, Asus Fate, we saw the Fat Rabbit, we also have, bunch of new teams from many other regions, the War Gods teams from the Philippines as well, Bangkok Titans, at the same time, just, they really want to make a name for themselves, and taking down Asus Fate, one of the higher tier teams in Vietnam, will allow them to just solidify their rankings as well as in the group stages, kind of show that they can be a force to be reckoned with. Alright, we are on Summoner's Rift. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are joining us here in the Garena Stadium or live on the live stream, on YouTube, on Twitch, we say hello. This is the GPL 2015 Spring Season. My name is Wolf, of course. Casting alongside me will be Flavors. KTHXBAI here. I wonder why it's KTH. KTHXBAI.
Thanks.
Hi.
After the 55-minute game, they're not really a team that says bye very well.
Yeah.
They take a while. It's kind of like
they take a while. We might see Crom get hooked on.
You put down first. No, you put down. Oh, damn. All right.
Oh, snap.
That was real close, actually.
Oh, snap.
Something about Irelia that not many players know is that the light above the blades actually glows brighter the more members that are near you from the enemy team. So, in the bush, I mean, we could see that glowing. I wonder if Crom was paying attention, because that should have tipped them off. That, whoa, people are in the vicinity, get out of there. Very, very fortunate to dodge away from the hook from Ribena. That will be information gained for both Celebrity and Sir, who will recognize that the empowered auto attack from the Flame, which is usually leveled at, level 1 by Ribena,
will not be available, yeah.
And when you're talking about a Jinx that will be growing stronger and stronger in the lane, the pressure starts from level 1, Wolf.
It does start from level 1. The Pow, the Fishbones, you have to juggle that. Try to get your range correct here, and of course, just do as much damage as you can on that lane. And of course, we have Stray starting at the bottom half of the map, so not much action happening at level 1 right now. I know you want to say something, but let's run through the teams really, really quickly. KTHXBAI here, playing on the blue side. Mag on Lissandra in the top lane, Stray in the jungle playing Lee Sin, Zero in the mid lane on, oh my goodness, Jace. And of course, we have Pyro and Ribena on Jinx as well as Thresh.
And on the red side, it will be Crom on the top side with his Irelia. Sacrifice on Jarvan in the jungle. Beyond in the mid lane on his Syndra. Celebrity and Sir in the bottom lane on Corki and Janna respectively. Now, we did see Celebrity and Sir actually take the Gromp for themselves. So, while they did get to lane a little bit later, they will be leveling up very, very shortly. Or at least able to match because there is the Relic Shield available to Ribena. There is the level 2 already hit by Sir. Not too sure why they haven't hit 2 at the same time. Seems a little bit awkward. I'm not too sure how that all panned out. Maybe they missed up the donation of the XP and not split it, but it went all the way over to Sir.
Some people might say that, wow, Ignite as well as Exhaust being put down by both the mid laners. But like I said, some might say a level 2 support is stronger than the level 2 AD carry.
Yeah, I mean, but it definitely is something that could be argued for them. I don't know if with Janna if that's just the case. It just seemed to me strange that they had the information of the death sentence already being leveled up and they didn't just decide to go straight into the lane to contest and just start trading, because obviously without the flay damage, that's something that can go easily in favor of the Janna and her shields. Just all that AD, extra AD you get. And it actually seems that Stray's been here for quite some time now.
The lane is pushing in favor of KTHXBAI, so I'm not entirely sure if that was the correct move from Stray as well. Not much action happening in the early stages of the game. If we go by last game as a measure, we should see KTHXBAI actually pull ahead in terms of, you know, the CS scores here.
Yep, we saw a very big discrepancy
in the top,
in
especially.
the top lane. Looks like that.
Mag, that's gonna continue.
It's continuing, but this time, of course, with the Lissandra Irelia matchup, a little bit of CS discrepancy, not all too unexpected.
We expect this to happen.
Pretty much standard. Chrom, though, definitely on Poppy and now on Irelia, does seem to not quite... I want to say he plays very, very safe. There's times where there's CS that he could take, and the enemy cooldowns are down.
We should see the Blade Surge into the Equilibrium Strike. But Mag here, with that Glacial Path, will be able to get away from the gank from Sacrifice coming in.
Ooh, Ribena trying to thread the needle right there, but not able to.
Tries, but is unable to.
Yeah.
Pops the Mana Potion.
So back to my point onto Chrom's playstyle. Lissandra had already used her snare. You know, and that's quite a long cooldown early on, but Chrom actually missed about 2 or 3 CS by not going to get some of the minions that just died to auto attacks, even with the snare down. So giving a lot of respect, I'd say, to Stray on his jungler, jungle Lee Sin. No vision around him. I guess Chrom just doesn't want to die. Zera here.
Oh, gets the challenging smite on. The stun comes right on in as well. No Ignite available. Ooh, the follow-up from the Resonating Strike. They really want to get out the Beyond here, missing out on the... Wow! It's going to be a first cut and a double kill for Sacrifice.
Oh my goodness. First off, I don't think the flag and drag combo even hit.
No, it did not hit.
Nicely played by Sacrifice
as well
to try that, but it didn't hit.
And Stray missed an auto attack there.
Yeah, and Zera flashes in. I think he activated his Hypercharge, and I have to talk about this because Hypercharge, if you activate it on the earlier levels, level 1, it actually only does 85% of your auto attack damage. So he actually gimped himself in that case. I think one normal auto attack would have sealed the deal. I think he got greedy, tried to get 2 in there. He only managed to land 1 before basically it was turned on him, and that has got to be the worst feeling in the world. I really do feel for Zera right there because...
Yeah, he got really greedy because I'm sure he thought that the accelerated Shock Blast would have picked up the first blood onto Beyond.
I think we thought it hit.
Great sidestep and body block from Sacrifice and Beyond respectively.
And this Jarvan is going to be such a menace. 2 kills up now. Really think that if he wants to push the carry potential on a fed Jarvan, he will go for the Brutalizer.
Oh wow, he can.
And basically combo right there. Oh, they've got the slowdown.
Yeah.
Oh, the CC. Oh man, you really, really have to feel for Zera right there. Guys, if you're ever looking to pick up Jace, you must understand the way Hypercharge works. At the earlier ranks, it does actually a lower percentage than 100% of your auto attack.
Yeah, and you've got to learn. You have to learn the Jace matchup as well. You can't just run the acceleration Shock Blast as and when you want.
Yeah.
You need to use the mode change as well as the acceleration gate to give you that extra mobility, for you to dodge out some of the skills of an AP laner as well. Because hey, we talk about the utility potential coming out from mages. We talk about the damage. That is one thing that AP mages excel in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, and you really just have to feel for Zera again.
Oh, nice death sentence though into the Flay. Celebrity taking quite a bit of damage, but Pyro as well They're gonna trade it back and forth. Pyro coming up a little bit more healthier than what Celebrity can. I wonder what Sacrifice will be purchasing on his next back though. Depth Center's landing once again. And there you see the exhaust coming out from Ser here. Jarvan now making his way down the bottom. They recognize it. They sense it with their spider senses, of course. No ward coming in from the side of KTHXBAI here. It is just going to be a counter jungling attempt, possibly. Okay. Sacrifice, you're kind of wasting a little bit too much time here. Going up to your top now.
Yeah, looks like the buying options by him when he went
second
back
rotation as well
was to get the boots as well as some wards.
Not sure if he went back just yet though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, if he completed that gank with just those items, I'd be rather impressed. But
what's the goal total like on the
take a look.
champions? Yeah, he's not gone back just yet.
Alright, so he's sitting on a good amount, a good chunk of gold. Chrom now, I think playing with a little more confidence in his hand now that he has the Sheen. Great amount of burst damage.
Yeah, and the levels on his 10 star will actually definitely benefit.
For sure.
The Irelia. Some say though, if you go up against a ranged champion, you might want to take the Equilibrium Strike because you're always at a much lower HP as compared to that one, and your trades could be a lot better, giving you the additional cooldown and duration on the stun.
Yep, Mags on his part doing a good job to shove the wave and
Dragon,
just get every little bit of advantage as possible. Dragon chance coming out from Wolf, I think that would be a right call to make, just due to the fact that they have such great mid control, especially with how fed Jarvan really is. Still hasn't gone back to buy, but due to the fact that this is the point in time where Jace has picked up that tier, and he's just not that strong anymore. The base damages that you get, that advantage you have from levels 1 to 5 or so, that was just, oh no, there.
Oh, he gets a flash and the Dark Spear. The teleport will be coming in right now from Mag. Let's see, the Ice Shot's not gonna land. Gets the melee minion, tosses it out.
Dragon, oh my goodness, Max right here doesn't even have his claw.
Oh,
they're going for it. They've got him.
Flash should have come out a lot earlier from Sacrifice, and there we go. The auto attack.
Wow. Okay.
Will be able to pick up the kill. Okay. Sacrifice a little late on the trigger there. Should have just pulled it instantly. Got the Cataclysm down as well.
So a little bit greedy there from 269. Having eliminated the mid lane, they should really just have gone for the Dragon. Perhaps they didn't want to have a 50-50 with Lee Sin, still on the map, but
I don't know, especially against the Syndra, it's extremely hard to siege down Dragon on blue side because you just put out the Dark Spears, and the moment you see Lee Sin, hey, scatter the weak, and then you get your free smite off.
Greedy by 269, but you have to say KOH pretty much presented that kill on Max.
Hey, thanks,
sorry, yes. Oh man, it's the H, it's confusing me.
Yeah, it's the H, it confused me too.
So, KTHXBAI presented that kill on Mags pretty much on a silver
it's
platter.
Bizzaro world. I mean, they are Bizzaro after all.
Yeah, that's Bizzaro. Bizarre indeed. So, bizarre positioning coming out from Mags.
Ah, there we go. Chrom coming in. The flash comes out from Sarah. Chrom jumping right back in. The knockup.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, we've got the lobby lob from beyond on the ball.
As newcomers to the GPL,
Dragon,
I wonder how 269 has really been doing their homework. And if they have, they would know that KTHXBAI as a team, there really is a cornerstone for them. And the way they've been focusing him down this game, just makes me wonder, where was this, surgical, very intentional focus in game number 1?
Well, first off, I can answer you, they had a Poppy in the top lane.
Sure.
That took some time to scale up. In the bottom though, double exhaust coming out. This is a really weird fight.
Like, oh man, nice
there we go.
split right here.
Now we know why it's a weird fight. Sacrifice coming in. The Cataclysm, use the Cataclysm, bro.
Not too sure if that just came off cooldown or what was the case right there. Beyond has to be careful right here. Oh, Beyond. Nah, you're dead.
Is he though?
He is. No,
is he dead though?
No, my goodness.
Is he dead though?
I just don't understand why Zaire didn't jump on him.
269. 269. I mean, hey, the 269 train is rolling right now. 19.4 thousand gold to the 17,000 from KTHXBAI here. This is a huge momentum swing as compared to game number 1.
Yeah.
And hey, kudos to them to kind of picking a much more solid team composition coming in. In addition to that, they just really very decisive play in the mid, shut down there. That was their game plan, and transition that into map objectives, which they did.
Yeah, and you know, I want to say as well, Wolf, given how we have this new format of the GPL, KTHXBAI looks like a team that just played a 56-minute game. Whether or not they win or lost, they look like a tired team.
They do.
And by the way, they lost. So 269, on the other hand, are playing as if they didn't just play a 56-minute game. We're seeing a lot of aggressive flashes, very intentional focus on the mid lane of Jace. You know, pretty much at the point where he's weakest, so not allowing him to escape that power trough. And yeah, they just look very energetic as a team, much more so than KTHXBAI.
So there are two ways to approach a series. Number one is use that momentum you got from game number 1 and swing that in your favor for the next subsequent games. The other thing that you can do is that you completely forget about your first game, take a blank slate, use whatever information that you got to your advantage, and just say, hey, it's a new world, it's a new day, it's a new map, it's a new game.
Sing for us, Wolf. Sing for us.
I'll try, but not tonight.
If the game goes past 60 minutes, maybe.
Maybe.
Or we get one of those long pauses again.
Yeah.
Although
we'll be like one of those Korean casters, and you know, the Korean caster just likes to shout out words.
I wish I knew what he was saying sometimes. Because I just get the feeling sometimes he's just shouting like, noodles and like tomato.
I don't know.
I'm thinking food now just because I'm really hungry.
Yeah, same here. There's this smell that's wafting into our broadcasting area.
Yeah, tell you what else is, you know, who else is hungry? 269, man. Because they're
hungry for the win.
Yeah, they're 8-1 now, and I think they've rightly identified that KTHXBAI honestly are playing, you know, rather tired. Quite sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, okay. We talk about hungry and
Beyond. Oh,
you might be going down.
Ooh,
Wow.
Rocket to the face.
I like that rocket.
Yeah, if there's anybody to get a shutdown in to bring the game back, it would of course be that.
Sir, with the aggressive flash monsoon as well.
Okay. So
They're gonna dive this one.
That
really
might not work out for them.
They are gonna dive this one.
Cooldowns.
They're gonna dive this one.
Oh, he gets him. Gets him. So, talking about tired players, a little bit of a desperate stretch play, as I like to call it, right?
Overconfident.
Overconfident. Really didn't need to flash for that. Really didn't need to flash for that. The only timing for that would have been absolutely 100% of a play would be when you see the glacial path. Then just knock him away. You know, flash then. As it was over aggressive. I think he actually missed it.
Like missed the monsoon? No,
missed in terms of pushing him back? No?
He pushed him back a little bit.
Celebrity, as we know from his list. Oh man.
There we go.
Oh dear. We know how this is gonna end. Red buff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright.
Alright.
And the dive right there, obviously not warranted against Lissandra, who is, well, doesn't have the cooldown boots, doesn't even have the Morella Nomicon, but you still have to respect Lissandra for her short cooldowns. I remember when she was first released, a lot of people were like, man, Lissandra, they call her like an AP carry, but her damage is really weak, her numbers are really off. And Riot was like, sure, we acknowledge that. But they wanted to add diversity into the game. They didn't want to just buff her numbers in terms of pure damage. So what they did is they buffed the cooldowns. They made them a lot shorter. And that's something that people have to respect from Lissandra. Stray's going to get out there just fine, but that will mean the blue buff is going to go over to 269. So good to see Mags still using Lissandra's kit to its maximum potential, punishing members for overdiving into cooldowns. That
we've got a Ring of Frost as well. That's going to stop them in their tracks, especially with the melee champion. And now 269 just steamrolling it through, getting turrets, grabbing objectives. Dragon will be respawning in 50 seconds.
The old 269, I say just one game ago. Would have backed off after that tier 1.
Yeah.
But look, they're going for a double pink ward. Alright, why not 3? Come on, guys. Come on. No? Alright, so they know Jinx is in the bottom. They have no vision of Jace, but Syndra's pushing up mid as well. So they know they pretty much got a 2-prong push right here. There goes the tier 1 in mid as well. They can continue this push.
They can and they should, actually.
Not the best kind of warding around the sides, though. Oh, there you go. That's a nice ward. Might be cleared out soon, but it gives them a lot of safety to still push aggressively on this.
Right,
I like this.
It's a 4-1 split. However, Mag, of course, with his Rod of Ages now, will be happy to just sit down and clear those waves.
Yeah, but this is good from 269, right? I called them out, you know, positively in game number 1 for showing again flashes of brilliance, punishing KTHXBAI for not having wards on, you know, to protect their flanks when they push. Double warding again, so not the best communication. There's a lot of mileage out of that scan, but one thing that I think separates a lot of the teams that are still trying to find their footing in the GPL is that when they look at the enemy's mistakes, they can punish them for it, but they make the same mistakes themselves, right? 269 on this hand though, when they push, they get a very deep ward down past the tier 2, making sure that kind of collapse can't come in. Move around the map in such a way that they put pressure on top and mid, go for the dragon right afterwards. Like
oh, they're going for it. They're trying to go for it. They find Sir now. The box comes out. We will have the Super Mega Death Rocket. Mag jumps right in the middle here. He's going to get taken down. Sir falls as well. It's going to be a 3-4-1 exchange in favor of KTHXBAI. And Celebrity now coming up big with the double. Will get hit by the zap. Pyro will try to run back into this one. Gets the shutdown. Gets excited. And now Beyond will be left to fend.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Three people on his own.
Sorry, I had to just break in right there. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how Celebrity actually survived right there. His flash and heal were already down when he ran into the face, or rather Ribena basically flashed after him and threw the flay. Yet he survived so long. Something is up about this carry, or either the way KTHXBAI is dealing with it isn't very efficient, but I'm impressed. Celebrity may go a little bit to man mode in some of these fights, but he makes it work, or at least
tries to make it work.
KTHXBAI just doesn't seem to be able to punish him as effectively as I would think such overly aggressive play would be punished.
He's always in the front lines for whatever reason there is.
Crazy. Celebrity, I mean, yes, he did get taken down, but 4-1-0 means that he's chasing that scoreline of, I think, 14-5 or so in that past game.
14-4,
11?
16 or something,
really, really nasty on the Tristana.
He had a 7-ish KDA.
Yeah. It's kind of brutal. Very brutal, in fact. Huge minion wave in the bottom side for 269. They are a lot more active in this game.
Yeah, they're way more active. I like this 269. Very refreshing to watch.
I really think they're going to do something with a big minion wave bottom. I think top, if they are willing to invest again in some of those deep wards, would be the place for them to go with the dragon down. Or they could just group up around the Syndra to find picks, because no more flash.
They should just find. They need to find the picks using the Syndra. I mean, Beyond has just so many items. The Morellonomicon, as well as the Death Cap here.
Alright.
Look at that. That was just, let's see, the Scatter the Weak hitting, and there was one extra Dark Spear into that one.
Yeah, they need to push now. They've got a 5v4 situation. They know that there will be no kind of insect.
They like to ward in tandem this game. It's really interesting.
It's a
new strategy.
Yeah, it's like you're going to have to spend twice as long to clear them. Sir, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Wise move right there to flash.
I'm going to back up from this one.
Of course, if Pyro had gotten that one kill, it's all about getting excited, and that could have turned badly for them with...
That could have really turned badly indeed.
Yeah, but the good thing is 269 is being way more aggressive this game. Look at their vision control. I really like this from the team, given how I said again, they punished KTHXBAI in the previous game for not warding their flanks when they were pushing. And 269 says, you know, yeah, we kind of screwed up the collapse on you guys. It was very messy, poorly executed, but we're not going to make the same basic mistake ourselves.
You're going to rotate down to the bottom side of the map, as you pointed out about a minute ago. The big
nobody dealt with that minion wave.
Yeah, no one's going to deal with that minion wave. Someone has to deal with it soon. 3 melee minions, 6 ranged minions, 1 cannon minion. That is our squad.
Oh,
Captain, lead us to victory.
Go for it. They've got Strain Vision. They know Lissandra's top, so they have basically at most a 3-on-3 in the bottom right here.
Ooh,
oh man, Stray. He's caught out. I think he's already used his safeguard. No.
Beyond just got the unleash potential, unleash power on this ultimate off cooldown, so that just happened.
It's going to be huge. Level 13 as well means that the Scatter the Weak at max rank will...
Let's see what sacrifice goes back to get.
Yeah, Beyond will have, of course, the passive empowering his max level Scatter the Weak now. Should be able to hit many more of those stuns. What will sacrifice pick up? Looks like he has gone for the Sight Stone previously, and that's really credit to 269 when they want to play a bit more aggressive. They say, well, we need the vision to back
Look
it
at
up.
this. Did we see this in game number 1, Flavors? Wards being picked up by 269. It looks like they are a completely different team now.
Whoa, I think 2 or 3 wards, but hey, Mags.
Mag's not.
What's up?
No, Mag was just looking for a pick, didn't find anyone.
Alright. So, 269 definitely looking to drive this game a bit more. Push the tempo, I think is the right way to describe it. Because
Oh yeah.
they've really been testing KTHXBAI, you know, pushing up to the tier 2, even if it's just 1 or 2 hits. It's if we establish vision in here, how ready are you to deny it? Such as this, right? We've got a pink ward here. What
Set
are
up
you
with the
going to
dark
commit to it? Yeah,
spears.
what are you going to commit to it?
Yeah.
And look at that, they're scaring them off. So this is a good move for any of you that play, you know, I would say
Ranked
yeah, ranked
5s.
5 casually. You need to do this to the enemy team, especially when, again, in ranked 5, if it's just casual, you've never heard of this team before. Test them, right? Do the basic stuff. Place deep vision, see whether or not they come to clear it. Can you get picks from there? You know, how do they manage even the sweeper cooldowns? Do that kind of thing, control them, make sure that you can... don't make this basic mistake though. Camping onto a bush without sweeping it or having a pink ward down. But you can see the way they're moving around the map. They're saying, alright, you're too hesitant to commit just to support the clearing your wards. You're bringing your whole squad down.
Yeah, and this gives Crom an opportunity to split push in the top lane.
Crom in the top lane.
Oh, Celebrity. Celebrity nearly
Crawling
getting
away from
the
the
chompers.
Yeah. And look at what they've done. They've managed to push all 3 waves just from a simple test in the jungle of how ready KTHXBAI is to clear vision, or how much they are going to commit to clearing vision. So while they didn't actually achieve any objective destruction, you gain more knowledge about how the enemy team allocates.
You gain map pressure.
Yep. Oh, actually Mag's going in here. Huh. Back pings coming out. They do have vision of Zer looking to collapse.
Zer has gotten a blue buff, I believe. Hopefully he managed to steal that one away. Dragon, number 3, going to 269.
There you go. Not too sure what's up with the exaggerated tone right there, but 269, I think we could say in contrast, very exaggerated in their gameplay, because game number 1 they looked so dead, as did KTHXBAI, and again,
sweep that,
yeah,
guys, finally.
There
we go. You had 3 sweepers off cooldown.
Yeah.
Could have used at least one of them. You finally did.
So you gain a lot of map pressure, a lot of knowledge of the enemy team's movements when you
I like this
test them.
1-1-3 split push.
Yeah, and you can see the test that 269 put to KTHXBAI is how willing and how much are you going to commit to clearing our wards, how far up are you going to clear, and they could see that KTHXBAI isn't willing to commit all too much, and that means free dragon.
Yep.
You know, if you're only going to clear, say, your Wraith camp and your bottom side near the Krugs, alright, we know you're not going to push past beyond that, we'll wait for dragon to come up, it's ours easily.
Mag, you are able to get away from this one. 269 beyond. Just checking the tri-brush. And now feasting on the scuttle crab.
I mean, when you play as Syndra and you grab the scuttle crab, you can almost feel it like squirming and like, because it's that monster that doesn't do damage to you at all. You know, every other jungle monster that you pick up, even it's a minion, those things want to hurt you, man. Scuttle crab just wants to chill. Why you gotta do that, Syndra?
I don't know.
Why you gotta be that way?
I know Flavors, you do main jungle quite a bit. I'm pretty sure you slaughter scuttle crabs for a living.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the taste of scuttle crab, man.
Yeah.
35 gold, massive movement speed.
And you have some lifesteal if you're Lee Sin, you can just lifesteal off the scuttle crab.
Yeah, exactly. 80 carries love that as well. I remember Chris mentioned that before. Just any champion that has any kind
Are you
of
sure it's an 80 carry or are you sure it's just Chris?
No, Chris was like, on an 80 carry, when he plays 80 carry, he loves the fact that you can life leech from the scuttle.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, once again, 269 posturing and saying, whoa,
oh, they're going in onto this one. The box being used here. The wind up on the depth
That was a 360 no scope, Ribena. You tried. I mean, Thresh really, like, his neck went just like absolutely crazy. And I do have to say as well, once we get to peek at Thresh again, you know, with this skin, it doesn't look like he has a neck. No, I mean really. Once we get back, look at that. Where's his neck? See? There's no neck, man.
In his Thresh.
Then did you see like how his head went crazy in that last one?
Oh yeah, I
it
did.
was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean the things I would do if I had no neck.
I mean he is Davy Jones, right? And he's
needs no
kind
neck.
of he needs no neck.
Neck isn't part of his arsenal.
He needs no introduction either.
Oh, look at this. Maxi looking to be introduced to the team of 269 though. Have they caught Sir out? Alright. Most anticlimactic collapse 2014 ever, and that is a very expensive TP 269 really has been moving KTHXBAI to the rhythm of their own game for the past 10 or so minutes.
Lissandra at 1,000 gold. Why couldn't she buy a home guards?
Nah, man. She's too cool for that. Not gonna happen. Oh, what is gonna happen though is Beyond does get caught right here.
Oh, let's see. Beyond can get a kill right now onto Ribena. Nearly, but not. Not so nearly. However, they do lose the bottom tier 2 turret alongside the top one, possibly onto Crom. Ooh, Crom taking quite a bit of damage though.
Yeah, but they know that, I mean, that was just a power play coming in from 269, knowing that a TP from Mags came in. Sacrifice is like, I actually don't want to be outside of this bush, guys.
Yes, he didn't want to be there at all. Okay, they're looking for Mag now. Will they find him though? He's just gonna use the Glacial Path to walk away.
I really like this by 269 though. You can see that they didn't chase through into blindly into blind areas. And that's just something again that says bodes very well. We call this Group D the
group of development, and they have developed.
It bodes well for them.
It does.
You know? In game number 1, they look to punish the enemy team for not having enough vision, and game number 2, they're looking to basically maintain vision. And that's a core concept of League of Legends, right? At the highest level competitive play, you cannot afford to forget your basics. 269, yes, they played a 56-minute game. Yes, it looks sloppy, you know, pretty much throughout. But in game number 2, they're looking a lot more lively, and they're looking like they have their basics down. So it looks good. Oh, here though, might be making me eat my words. Ah, can he get out of this?
Death sentence misses here by Ribena. However, of course, Mag here coming up with the kill eventually onto Sacrifice. Didn't really need it. Shouldn't have blown the flash there, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's this point in the game really where it's, whoa, sir. Oh man.
They're gonna collapse onto 269 right now. It is gonna be 1 kill, 2 kills. Celebrity coming up here. They're gonna knock that one away. It's gonna be the Super Mega Death Rocket jumping right in. Crom doing a lot of damage. However, Zare is now on a killing spree. It's gonna be a 4-for-2 exchange. They're gonna pick up the tier 2 in the mid lane and possibly push forward here for the inhibitor. Or maybe gain some vision onto Baron. Take away some camps in the jungle. Just gonna walk away from this one.
It's been a few times now that Sir's been caught out. He's not on his Alistar anymore. He's on Janna. He needs to be safer. He's very, very squishy. And that was just unfortunate. I mean, we were talking about some of the basics that 269 had down. They really wanted to get some vision into the Dragon Pit, but they didn't go as a squad in 20 minutes plus. When you don't see a single member of the enemy team on the map, let me tell you, Wolf, you have to have the mentality that every bush contains the enemy team, because 20 minutes in, it's a real possibility. Right there, Sacrifice paid for it. Might have to pay a little bit more here, but no, they are actually going to pick up the 4th dragon for themselves.
Dragon number 4.
So, for what it's worth, the tier 2 was taken by KTHXBAI due to the picks they got after getting Sacrifice.
I thought it was a gold swing because 269 here had a substantial gold lead coming into the 25-30 minute mark.
Oh yeah.
And that one team fight, or the one pick that they got, a few picks that they got, and the turrets just turned it around completely.
Yeah, and the kills went over importantly to Jinx as well as Jace. So they are feeling very, very happy about that. Of course, Jinx, yeah, we said about Tristana, the same applies for Jinx. As a hyper carry, she will only get stronger as the game goes on. So look at that, already picking up the Elixir of Bloodlust, sitting on 4 core items. Very, very strong is Pyro on his. Oh dear, on his Jinx right now. It really just has been the case of KTHXBAI finding picks though. With the acceleration gate, as well as the talisman, Ribena has been rushing towards an enemy team that doesn't seem to be prepared for this kind of, you know, quick collapse on. 269 is setting up for objectives, setting up for pushes with vision, but when they're just being rushed head on, Sir has been out of position, Sacrifice getting caught here and there. This is something they will have to improve, or maybe even just find some picks of their own.
Gets the knock up onto Stray. Oh, looking for the kickback here onto Sacrifice. Sacrifice is just gonna get taken down without even using the Cataclysm. Mag, however, going down beyond getting taken out by Jinx. He gets excited. Pyro here showing the power of the late game Jinx. Missing the zap, however. They're gonna continue on. sieging and surging down the base now. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of KTHXBAI.
Yep, it does look to be that in these team fights, if Celebrity isn't on something as crazy scaling like the likes of a Jinx or Tristana, 269 team fight doesn't seem to be quite as potent as it was in game number 1. Oh man.
Jinx and turrets, they're just good friends.
Sir actually had to flash away from that, respecting the damage of Jinx.
With the rip buff as well.
Yep, so very scary times for the 269 squad because we complimented them for really taking KTHXBAI the task with the tempo of the game, saying, alright, if you're going to play as dead as we both did in game number 1, we're going to show you that we can play a faster paced game, had the Corki for the mid game power spike. But 30 minutes plus now, entering the late game portion, this Jinx has been untouched. 5-0-4. 269, I feel that they should go back to what they've been doing rather fantastically and solid in this game number 2. Not just the tempo, but more importantly, setting up around objectives, setting up vision, getting picks like this. But it seems that no, it's Ribena that finds the picks again.
Yeah, it's right. However, Ribena gets instantly deleted. Chrom trying to do as much damage in the backlines as possible. Celebrity, the AoE damage coming in. Double kill out from Pyro. Nice critical strikes. And there we see the Raptor Cam being done here by 269. It's going to be a 1-for-2 exchange in favor of KTHXBAI. Once again, they're going to recall the very low health on those members. I felt that Beyond could try to have, come in with a little bit more gusto and finish off the low health members of Stray as well as Zare. And then finally taking down Pyro.
Yeah, I really am looking for Chrom to be a bit more creative with his engagement.
Yeah, and we also had to wait for Beyond to launch those Scatter Weeks because that is one of the only safe ways of initiating, because now Sacrifice just gets blown up. He has no health at all. Going for the Thornmail, a little weird there coming out from the Jarvan player this early. Doesn't have the effective health just yet. Stacking armor is not the only thing you can do. You need to complement that armor with a little bit of health.
Yep, I fully agree. Something like a Randuin's would extend his longevity in team fights as well as provide a bit of zone control. And still give him a moderate amount of defense against the very fed Jinx. 7-0-4.
Has, let's see, Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, and the Last Whisper, as well as the Vampiric Scepter there as well.
And again, I was going back to my point on the creative engage I'm looking from Chrom. If he can get a flank onto Jinx, and then Beyond can just follow up, for example, if Chrom gets a good flank on Pyro, burns his flash, Beyond can just follow up with his own flash, scatter the weak, take Pyro out, might have to trade his life, but then again, that Jinx is really where so much of the power is coming from. Yes, Zare, as the game goes on, has gotten that tier stack, is already on the Moor mana, has been for a while, and is very, very potent in its own right.
Oh,
but as of now,
they get much better positioning in the mid now.
This is clearly KTHXBAI just really out-rotating 269. Who are really just very scattered, and man, Jinx is just going to tear up this inhibitor.
There we go. Pyro will get the last hit on the inhibitor. Puts down the Chompers, just going to walk away from this one.
Alright.
16 to 15 in kills.
Looks like we might be in for the long haul again.
Might be. However, the late game will be in favor, and look at that, Ribena, as he hears you, Flavors, goes in with a big, big play. He's gonna get deleted from the fight though. Pyro now legendary. Chrom Sacrifice as well as Celebrity on the outside. Lissandra coming in big. Celebrity with the triple. Zare jumping right in. Chrom jumping onto Pyro right now. Will we see the Quadra? It's not gonna be the Quadra.
Oh!
However, it will be the ace coming out for 269.
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic skirmish right there from both sides. Pyro and Zare really, really doing their best to take down Chrom, but he himself had a few tricks up his sleeve. Was dropped low on HP, then he goes for the Equilibrium Strike, which at this max strength is a 2-second stun. Absolutely locked down Jinx. Celebrity will be able to solo out the dragon right here, no problem at all, and that would mean the 5 dragon stack that 269 is looking for. Big, big moment as well with this huge dragon buff.
And double.
Yeah, huge dragon buff for them. No flash on Jinx. Really, really easy to lock down now as long as they can get, for example, a Jarvan flank who has his own flash available. and just burst through, and you can see the team fight. Well, it wasn't a Jinx focus at the start, but they were able to just do it fantastically in terms of pinpoint focus. First, it was takedown, Mags, takedown, Stray. Once those two were removed, it broke down to the duel and the skirmish between Zer and Pyro. And they managed to pull it off without the Dragon buff, the 5th Dragon buff. I think with that in their favor, it should be a clear advantage over to 269.
Don't forget though, vision is power, and right now KTHXBAI has the vision control around this Stray.
Oh my goodness.
This Stray.
No, sir, don't go alone. This has happened way too many times. Sir, really, you need to stick with your team.
Oh, this is a good flag coming in though. Good damage onto Stray. We will see the death sentence and KTHXBAI split up. This should be go time for 269. They can pressure down some of the lanes. They are looking to fight with this 5 stacks of dragon. The burn and the double will be happening right now. They've got an additional 10% movement speed from the dragon, as well as the localized movement speed from Sir here. 5% on the Janna.
Alright, they might be looking to set up around Baron. They should know though from the positioning in which Mags as well as Stray exited that they have that KTHXBAI has vision of it. This is what the 269 squad has been doing.
Oh, that's a great initiation alongside the Scatter the Weak combo. Now they managed to push away Mag. Everyone's still alive. The Monsoon healing up quite big. First one's gonna go down. It will be Mag. The Zer takes quite a bit of damage. The exhaust coming out of Celebrity. However, Pyro coming up with the huge critical strikes now. That's not gonna find anyone. They're gonna back up from this. They need to juggle the aggro well. It's gonna be 4 members strong on the side of KTHXBAI. 269 here, however, lose both members, Chrom and Sacrifice. There was no follow-up coming up from Beyond and Celebrity. Chrom and Sacrifice definitely dived too deep there.
Yeah, and Sacrifice really made the best out of a bad situation. With his engage, and he knew his team was a little too far or a little too separated from him, he actually made a really nice move. He used his Cataclysm onto Jinx, immediately flashed out. So Pyro was actually kept out of that fight for a very long time, but Lissandra with her double invulnerability wasn't able to get burst down as quickly as the other 4 members of 269 would have liked. They spent way too much time actually taking Mags down, and that allowed the rest of the KTHXBAI team, especially Pyro, for the Cataclysm to wear off and then rejoin the fight. So a nice delay from Mags ultimately did go down, but still playing around the double invulnerability to stall long enough for his team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Flavors, we're at a 40-minute mark now, and it seems like we have
43
reached
kills as well.
Yeah, it seems like we have reached the stalemate once again.
Yeah, although 269...
It really seemed like 269 were the ones that were controlling this.
Pause. So, deja vu. But as it is with the pause, we can talk a little bit about 269 and kind of the situation they're in right now. They really look like a much livelier team, but and their basics seem to be you know, a lot better in terms of vision control, objective control. What we saw around the Baron was really, really good. Something that we saw lacking in game number 1, the way they set up around objective. But there's still these little mistakes here and there. Sir has been called out way too many times. The 5v4
Sacrifice
situation.
and Chrom, like you said.
Yeah, Sacrifices and Gage really haven't been very creative. It's just kind of, I'm Jarvan, I'm going to jump into your team. Yeah. It's not even from a flank or anything, you know. It's just brute force. And, I mean, that time and time again, brute forcing these kind of engages, it really only works if you have the buddy system. And Chrom hasn't really been there to back him up. So they really need to be more creative. Find a flank. I mean, Pyro as Jinx doesn't have any kind of dash or anything. If you get a flank onto him, that is a flash burnt, pretty much 100%, and then you can go from there. But it's pretty much just been full-on, head-on engages, and KTHXBAI has been punishing and playing around the team fights because of that.
Yeah, you are right. And another thing that I have to kind of talk about as well is that I wonder why 269 isn't the one that's trying to siege this earlier on, especially when they had that split push going on, as well as the dragon buff, because the setup from Beyond can be so potent that once she uses the Scatter the Weak combo, especially since she's already maxed it out, that's gonna be a crazy initiation for Chrom and Sacrifice to just follow up on.
Alright, and take a look at this. We talk about the objective game. Yes, Beyond was caught out a little bit out of position around the Baron area, had to flash away from the accelerated Talisman of Ascension. Rushing Thresh. It's a huge mouthful. But KTHXBAI dropping the ball a little bit on the Baron Vision, and that means 269 picks it up. Dragon coming up in a minute or so as well. If they manage to layer those two buffs, I really want to see lights out for KTHXBAI. Not that I'm biased or anything, guys. It's just a team that has those two buffs and isn't able to close out the game. I think development might be a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah, let's see. Will they decide to go for Dragon though? 33 more seconds coming in onto this one. They're going to waste a little bit of time of the Baron buff. But hey, if they want to win a team fight and close out this game, it will be this Dragon that they will be focusing on here. The objective control and the runaway train on the Dragon now, of course, in favor of 269.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been quite beautiful from 269, what they did to get basically all 5 Dragons, or I'd say the first 4. The last one, obviously, came after a very hectic team fight, but the first 4, really, really solidly done by 269, and I think that's what they have identified as their win condition, or their strengths of the team. Play around the objective.
Yeah, let's go for this one. 269 here, just going in onto Dragon, gets the burn and the double. The announcer, we need to get an announcer voice for this.
Yeah, KTHXBAI is kind of playing into their hands though. I mean,
They recall?
they could have made a push up to mid.
No, they're not going to recall. I mean, it's really difficult to kind of go for a
as
base race.
as an empowered, with the empowered recall of Baron, this is an option to you. You don't need to recall if somebody's pushing up your mid and it isn't crashing onto your inhibitor yet. You can always make that call a little bit later if you really have to. I mean, just look at the power they have with these two buffs. It's absolutely shredding.
It's absurd. It's just absurd.
Okay, so they really have to just play it patiently. Look at the super minions taking, or rather just the cannon minions. Just as I say that, they take them down. Goodness. Alright,
Takes down the inhibitor to half HP though.
Yes.
Oh, this might be go time for either of the team. And there we see.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. 1 kill onto Celebrity right now. Gets the second of the critical strike. Moves on with the big one. And then we see the double stun, the triple, the quadra. Will it be the penta?
Give it to
there
him.
we go. It is the penta kill. 4. Of course, Celebrity here. He is the Celebrity. We have a 44-minute game on our hands. GG 269. They take this series 2-0, and now they lead the group.
I told you this guy is absolutely mad. Does it? Gets a quadra kill in the last important team fight. Gets a pentakill now. 269 close out the game in style wolf. Dragon 5th buff twice. Baron buff, and then the pentakill to wrap it up.
Yeah, he just sealed the deal right there. Let's kind of take a look at our in-game stats, of course, as we bring that one up. There we go. Celebrity here, of course, 15 what? 1?
Yep,
1 and 2.
And that was the death that basically got them that first 5th dragon buff.
Yep.
So, or rather, no, excuse me, he was alive for that. So he basically played a very, very solid game.
He did.
Do forgive me, it's been a long series, so I can't quite remember where that first death was. And you can see as well his gold photos.
Pyro actually did a pretty good job there. I mean, at the end of the day, it was really just, like I said,
power.
beyond coming in with those Dark Spears, setting up, sieging under the turret, and the overwhelming power of the Baron and Dragon buff.
Yeah, really nicely played by 269. I mean, there's some games where it's kind of like very, very close, and then the team that gets those 2 buffs will pull ahead. But 269, from the get-go, they set it up. They got the first 4 dragons very, very solidly, just from rotations, vision control. And like we said, they were playing like a team that didn't look like they were emerging from a 56-minute game. Whereas on the side of KTHXBAI, they really did look tired, scattered. They put it together a little bit when they saw that, on their side, 269 were scattering a little bit, got a few picks of their own. Ultimately, 269 say, we go back to the objective game, our solid play around them, pull out the win.
Yeah, that's right. And congratulations, 269. I mean, they deserve those victories. Hard fought. And let's take a look at what we have for next Wednesday here. It's going to be the Group C matches. Jakarta Juggernauts going up against the Saigon Jokers, as well as Hanoi Fuluis and Team Fat Rabbit going out for round 2 in Group C. That's going to happen next Wednesday. But right now, that is all from us here at the Garena Stadium and the GPL English stream. My name is Wolf. His name is Flavors. We are signing off, but don't forget, for more information, check out gpl.garena.com. Next Wednesday, same time, same place, more GPL action right here.